Hey, what's up guys, this is Anang Manis doing a doing a recap on my trade today on what, 4 stocks? 1, 2, 3, 4, yes, 4 stocks. And so this is a quick review. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Make sure you like, thumbs up, and subs if you need to. And so let's go to the chart. So we started out with MOTS. MOTS spiked up 50% right at around 5:30 area. That's when I actually woke up and got my computer turned on and think for swim running. And so right here I saw that this was running already, and right when it broke this resistance right here at 150, I thought it was going to be a bull trap right here. And so it went up, dropped, and I was like, oh no. So I was thinking of buying right down here, but instead it hold that area, and bulls push it back up. And right when it broke that 152 area, I got in at 157 or 154, $1.54 with 500 shares and $1.61 area there. And then it started to do a doji. It dropped, and this is this candle is what do you call it? Oh man. Anyway, I'm not gonna restart the recording, but this is, well, you guys look it up. Doji usually, sign whether it's gonna pop back up or go down. And so indecisive. There you go. So this is an indecisive candle, and so it doesn't know whether it should go up or drop. And so bulls and bears are fighting this. And so right when it dropped, I waited. I was thinking of getting back in at around 152 area or 150, but it didn't broke down. VWAP, it was still above VWAP. So right as it continued the momentum, I got in again at 161 area, and sure enough, it goes up. I wanted to sell here at 175, but I was not able to sell all my shares. Instead, I was only filled with 629 shares, and I have about 2,500, and so I had to hold it. And sure enough, it dropped, and I got in again because this was the previous resistant. Well, it's a good sport actually. And so I got in at 161, thinking that it was gonna pop back up to one. At that time I was making the trend line. At that time I thought it was gonna be around here, right? So I thought I was gonna break that and then maybe back to 170, 175 area, but it didn't. And so instead it dropped lower, and when it dropped, I watched for the previous resistance, which is 150. And so that previous resistance right there, you guys can see, right? There's the 150 area. It dropped to 150. I got in around 154, 153, and then sure enough, bounced back up, and I exited there. You can see this, that there's a lot of signs of weaknesses here. When you see signs of weaknesses, you gotta be getting ready to sell, because you don't want to be trapped in bear like this one right here. And so I was lucky enough to be able to get out right here at 165. I was hoping that it was gonna go back to 170, but it didn't. It showed a lot of weaknesses, and sure enough, all the way, I was making I thought I was gonna create a channel, upward channel, hoping that it was gonna break and then bounce up, but it didn't. Instead of it breaks down, and then bounced back at 150 area. 150 area was a good support, and so 150 area, I didn't buy at 150. Instead, I waited for the intraday at the bell, 7:30 Mountain Time, my time, and 9:30 Eastern Time. And so right when the bell rang, it dropped lower to 146. I got in with 100 shares. Now, from my experience, 2 years experience, 140 intraday is very choppy for me. And I've always get my whole money wiped out in intraday, and so I learned my lesson not to put in bigger share. So sure enough, I bought only 100 shares instead of bigger share, and then got out right there. And what is that? About 10 cents spike. And so right as it goes down, I saw ISNS, I believe. Let me see. Yeah, ISNS was spiking up. So let's go there. ISNS, and this one was only had 5 million shares there. So meaning that it's very volatile. It's more volatile than MOTS, and so it spiked up previously, and on pre-market around 2 o'clock it dropped hard. And so I made my trend line thinking that I was gonna be able to buy in if it breaks. Now I was still on MOTS, so I was not able to buy this because again, from experience, you don't want to focus on multiple stocks at the same time. So right after I took exit on MOTS, I saw this curling back up. Now the shares has been rotated, and right as it closed up, I got in. I chased it actually. Chased it at 591 from this spike. 591 I bought in, but then boof, dropped. Bought more at 581 with another 10 shares and sold it at 20. Sold all my position at 594, 595 area there. And then after that it dropped and I lost interest. And so after that I saw PIXY. Yeah, it's crazy. Anyway, PIXY was popping up. Now, yesterday, the day before, you always want to do this after bell ends, the market close. You want to go back to like previous runners, and so PIXY was a previous day runner. And what I do is I measure the top of the candle there before it closes, and the low of that candles before it closes, and then I make a triangle out of it. And so if the stock goes up and hold its position above this white box, then it's a bullish sign. But if it drops, then it's a bearish sign, meaning that it's going to continue to go down. And so that's what happened today. But right here, I thought that it was going to be bull, because it broke my trend line. It broke the previous high as well. The pre-market high was right here at 4, and it went up to 410. And so I chased this thinking that it's gonna go up more than $4, like maybe $4 to $5. And so I got in at 394, and I tried to exit here at 410 because I know that that's a psychological resistance basically. Psychological resistance is usually every 10 cents, 50 cents, quarter, $1. And so I was aiming for that 10 cents. psychological resistant, but was not able to exit there. Instead, it dropped so hard. This happens within minutes, seconds. Sorry, this is 1 minute candle. It drops within seconds, and instead of waiting and hoping for it to go above 4 to bounce back up to 410, I sold all my shares. And lost 95 cents. I think I either sold it sell market, or I sold it using my keys shortcuts. Yeah, so I lost money there, PIXY, and then after that I saw ISNS went back up. Yeah, let's see this. So MOTS, and then I traded ISNS, PIXY, yeah, and I went back to ISNS, and so excuse me. Don't tell me it. It's glitching again. But yeah, ISNS. It's not showing my trades, but you guys can see this right here. ISNS. Where is it? Right here. So if you guys can see that right there. Can I zoom in? How do I zoom in with this? I don't usually use this, but right now my Thinkorswim is not working because for some reason, I don't know. Can I zoom in? But yeah, you guys can see this right here. So I got in right here, it dropped, and then it spiked back up, and that's when I exit. I wanted to hold longer, but again, this is already, you know, if you make a trend line here to here, it's already showing a weakness, and so I didn't want to hold too long. So right when I saw that it was positive, I was out, and that in itself gave me $5.60 profit in total on ISNS. And so yeah, that was the trade on ISNS. And how do you exit this? After ISNS, I traded MOTS again. Let's see if the chart on Thinkorswim is working. MOTS. Yep, there it is. And so as it started curling back up, I saw that the shares were starting to rotate it again, meaning the supply is coming back, and so you know, shorters are covering. And right when it's curling back up, I got in with 10 shares at 148. 148 was like right up here, 148, and so I was expecting it to break this VWAP, but as it goes up, my greed came in and it dropped. I should have sold it right here, but I didn't. And so here, sign of weakness, guys, sign of weakness. And so it could be a pullback and you could buy the dip, you know, some people do that, but when I see a sign of weakness like that, the next time it spikes back up, I'm getting ready to sell it. If not, I'm selling it down here somewhere, my stop loss. So right when it spiked back up, I sold it right away. I don't want to wait until, you know, because it already showed me sign of weakness. I'm not waiting too long. I mean, the whole thing was weak. This whole thing was weak, so I'm not gonna expect it to, you know, run all the way to $7 or $1.70 there. So yeah, that's the MOTS trade. And then after that, I went and feed my little guy. And right when I came back, I'm looking at the computer again. It was was around 1:44 Eastern time, which is 1:44. That's what, 11 or 12 o'clock? Let's see. Yeah, it was around 11 o'clock my time, Mountain time. This is all Eastern time, but this one is the Mountain time. So if you guys look here, 11:44 area, that's when I came back and saw that RHE was spiking. So I missed all this move right here, and like I missed all this move. So, oh man, excuse me. So right when I saw that this was going up, I thought that this was way too high. This is cautious area, you know. It's like you gotta be very cautious. Right after it broke this area here, let me make a quick drawing there. Right after it break this area, you know, this area right here is just questionable, super cautious. So especially when you look at this chart here and it looks like this is super crappy. Up, drop, up, drop, up, drop, up, drop. It's signs of weakness all the way. But I chased it and just make a quick scalp and exit right there, 955 area there. The high of that candle was 965, so I missed the 10 cents. But just from that itself, I made a total of $10.30. You know, next time when I'm more comfortable, I'll probably get in within the 1,000 shares a trade. I mean, you know, this week, if you guys can see there, my winning percentage was 83%. So my whole 2 years trading, I'm up. I mean, my winning percentage is also 80%. The only problem with me is that you know, that's the reason why I need to be accountable and be able to, you know, keep a record of my wins and losses. And I think having videos on YouTube is a way for me to be accountable and be able to, you know, hey, this is the reason why you lose money, and you better look at the chart, previous charts, learn your mistakes and improve. And so yeah, you know, this will help me to see that this is way too high, right? This is the previous high, jumped up. I mean, you know, who would have guessed that it went up to $10.11? Who would have guessed? But if you see these signs of craziness, crazy action, you don't want to stay there too long. And you know, that's part of learning from your lessons and being able to be consistent, making your greens, and don't stay. I mean, look at this, right? If I had stayed with 40 shares and it dropped all the way, I would have lost maybe about what, 930 here, and I exit 950, and so that's what, 20 cents. This drop was more than 20 cents. I mean, I would have lost a lot here. That was what, 13% loss. 13% loss, and I only gained only about 3%. So I would have probably lost about $50 there. So that is something that I'm learning, right? In the past, I have been stupid at not cutting my losses. Like, even though I have a great winning percentage, but my losses is always huge. So that's what I'm learning, to be consistent, to stay green, And you know, especially as a day trader, momentum trader, you just want to look at the momentums and get in and get out, don't wait. And so yeah, that's my trade. Here's again my today's stats. Here's my week. You can see that in a week my winning percentage is 87.5%. So this week I was able to make 1,400 this month. I'm at 86% winning rate. Big loss here was right here on BAOS. That's a big one here. This happened so fast. Again, if you're trading big size, I was in with 1,500 shares. It's not big actually, but this was big enough where it dropped so hard. I mean, look at this. CTRM, I was in with 6,000 shares, and I was only making $35. And so there are days where, you know, this could happen. I mean, imagine if I was in with 6,000 shares here, and it dropped 17% within seconds. If you guys look back, you guys can see that it was bad. But anyway, this is the reason why I'm recapping my trade. Hopefully you guys can be able to learn my mistakes, the way I trade, and hopefully you guys don't make same mistakes that I made. But yeah, stay disciplined. That's the whole game. That's what this business is about. If you can stay disciplined, take your gain quick. When you're losing money, get the F out fast, you know. And so I need to be reminded every single day. And I'm glad that I'm starting to make a recap on this. It's been 2 years and I'm starting to do it now, so I'm relearning. And so yeah, hopefully I'll keep my green up, stay disciplined, and stay consistent. Anyway, this is Anak Manis signing out. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Like, thumbs up, subs up, and yeah, enjoy your day. Thank you for watching. God bless.